Hello everyone, I am Hex, and I have been preparing for what is surely going to be a boss fight that is a fight. So, here's what my inventory is looking like at the moment. I consumed the monster candies and the bandage, which is actually a plaster, and maybe other things I don't remember. You can compare the before and after. You're clever people who are capable of looking at videos. Also, I have a guest, by the way. You can intro while I go the oh-so-lengthy distance between the box and the shop place where I stock up on other things.
Hi, it's me, Joth. What's up?
I'll tell you what's up. Murder!
Hey!
Well, I have been told to get as many, okay, so I've got the face steak, and 5 legendary heroes, was it?
Yeah, and the butterscotch pie and the instant noodles. Because that's basically the best combination of healing items that I believe it is possible to get.
Well, plot twist, I'm not actually a murderer full-time. I murder on my weekends, but the rest of the time I'm actually a delivery guy, and that was food.
Delivering to who? Like all the corpses?
Yes. What do you think the food's made of?
Of course. You're giving the food to the dead people, to the skeletons of things that are not supposed to be skeletons.
Now, before I go through this door, I want to hypothesize really quick, because this is one of the things that I haven't been spoiled on. But my theory going into this is there's going to be a fight with Mettaton. It's going to be with something that's not the Mettaton boss fight that was in the neutral and pacifist runs. Like, it's going to be a different form. And that's because Alpha's put it together in a rush, and so it's a bit more fuel efficient, but is also killable, I'm guessing. That's my best theory. I've gone through the door now, so...
I'll just recommend doing a check during this fight.
Okay, well, there's my stats, by the way. I changed back to the burnt pan because I was recommended to do so. Because I kind of don't want to die.
Yep.
Actually, there's a thought. While I can still leave, I should probably save the changes I made to my inventory. That's probably worthwhile. Okay, now I've gone through the door for realsies. I remember this room. Calculator ass.
I remember this room and this calculator ass and these walls and this door. I remember these things.
Bite my shiny metal ass. You have no ass, Mettaton. It may be shinier than mine, but it doesn't exist. There is no comeback from that. Also, that's nice. There are people that Mettaton wants to protect. Oh. Okay, hold on. Human eradication. I misread that as human erotica robot.
Don't... I mean, that's not wrong, but...
Okay. So Mettaton really was a human destroyer thing, because I feel like we weren't necessarily aware of that in the pacifist run. Like, it was alluded to, but it may or may not have been real. Oh, that's underwhelming.
Yeah, I think it was like, maybe he was made as one, or maybe that was like the premise that was given to Asgore when Alphys like presented him or something. But like, Mettaton didn't actually care about that for real, but now like, that his experience with a human... He's
got at least 5 legs!
What?
Like, he's got legs, shoulder legs, and his left arm is also a leg.
Well...
Legs so hot you fry an egg.
Be
5 eggs to be precise.
Check him.
I will do that.
Good job.
I can't any other act, but that's okay because this is murder exclusive, I'd imagine.
Check him out.
Alphys' greatest invention.
Yeah, and check out that...
What stage lights? Those are just weird flashy air wings.
Check out that attack and defense, though.
I wasn't paying attention. Also...
Well, do it again.
Wait, can I...
He's not gonna do anything until you do.
Oh, that was it? Is there... If I check him again, will I get something different, or can I just get on with the killing?
So you have as much time to check. Like, you could check 10 times, he wouldn't do anything. He won't do anything until you do a thing.
So 90 attack, 9 defense. These are all just numbers to me at this point.
Yeah, but it's interesting how incredibly high his attack is and incredibly low his defense is, whereas, like, staying in If he stayed in rectangle form, like, he'd almost have a better chance because he has 256 defense and it's like an auto miss because you can't hit it. I mean, you can hit it, but it won't do anything. So,
I did say this was anticlimax. I'm guessing there's gonna be some fancy other phase, or he's gonna explode and kill me, or something like that.
Did you attack him yet?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Can I go home now? I'm just gonna leave to the south, and it let me. It let me leave to the south, so okay, that went well. Is he just gonna drop out of nowhere and murder me, or is that it?
Well, instead of going home, why don't you go to New Home?
I am on my way. There is that intestinal wall pipe that's always existed. It existed before it was created.
That's
now for the
concerning.
Disproportionately long elevator ride, unless that's different in Murder Time.
With its own track on the soundtrack called Long Elevator.
And it's just elevator noises and possibly a ding. It's been over a year at this point.
Not even elevator music.
And I can't hear the game, so I don't know how long this long is.
Who's ready for some stuff? So if you'll remember, viewers, if you've seen the pacifist run, this is the point where you get told a little story about the past.
So that really was it then. Mettaton disappointed. Oh, and we have no text from the save things anymore. That's nice.
Tell me when you start getting the things.
Well, it's nice to see that even in Merciless mode, the elevators still say that they're in use, and then they say that they're not working. Like, they can't make up their mind.
Well, you know, they're in use and not working. Like, someone's in them, but they're trapped in between floors.
Oh good, the elevator's doing my job for me. Now, am I going to need to fight, or is it just going to be exposition like last time?
Just going to be some exposition in this case for a little while here.
Now, I haven't seen it, but this background reminds me of the Lego movie. Even though I've never seen it. Riddle me that. I know, those are very Lego-y buildings though, so I suppose it all works out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh good, leaves, my favourite. Another box! Yum yum.
Oh yeah!
Am I ever going to need those snowman pieces?
No.
Boo.
Where are you right now?
I'm inside the house.
Oh,
I'm inside the house!
Oh, does that mean you're gonna start having those encounters?
Am I gonna have to put stuff in the box so that I could take the contents of these boxes? Because I'm fairly sure that these boxes are plot significant unless we get them from elsewhere.
The boxes?
Yes. In the room of the house. In the place. So specific.
Yeah, I would, check around the house. It's very, very different. Like, as opposed to where home had only, like, a couple of little things different, this house is full of differences. And I encourage exploration.
I'm noticing. And some of the text is red and some of it's white.
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating. I understand its meaning.
And if I remember right, even some of the white text is different, which is interesting.
Oh, I've got an encounter, by the way.
Howdy, Hex. You finally made it home. Remember when we used to play here? Boy, today's gonna be just as fun.
Well, that was pleasant. And why is the "it's me" hex in white? Is it because it's an external thought? I walked sideways and the door absorbed me. That's nice. Nothing useful.
Absorption.
Still has that... I know what you mean by that sweater.
It's the one that says, "For King Dad." Or whatever it was.
Yes, I just looked at that. It's nice. Sorry that I'm not talking as much as I otherwise would, but it's pleasant. I'm experiencing the game as one is meant to. But right, should I put stuff in my dimensional box?
Oh, be sure to check the calendar too.
I remember when I first woke up here, in the garden. I was so scared. I couldn't move my arms or my legs. My entire body had turned into a flower. Mom! Dad! Somebody help me! I called out. But nobody came.
Well, that was dark.
Hmm?
But yes, should I use my dimensional box? I was interrupted by Flowey giving me more exposition.
I mean, you're not gonna... The equipment that I told you to have is still relevant. Obviously, I didn't tell you to equip that for Mettaton.
Then what's the deal with these boxes that I haven't opened?
Well, it's like in case you need to... What are you... Oh, you mean the present... I thought you meant like boxes. Oh yeah, okay. You can go ahead and equip that armor. I would still recommend holding the pan. That's 99 attack and 99 defense. Those are you use those against Undyne. But, I would still actually recommend having the pan. I mean...
Could you just give me some straightforward instructions so we don't spend the entire episode bumbling around?
Yeah, I mean, frankly, it doesn't matter whether you equip these or not, but you can. I would check the calendar in the middle of the room. I would, grab the keys as you already know how to do. Read the Flowey dialogue, go through the thing, as usual. I mean, explore around the house as much as you want. That's it. Keep going.
I'm gonna have to waste one of these really good items because everything's completely full and I have no means of changing my inventory.
You don't have to get those things in the boxes. Like, you can, and they're like...
I would like to have decent defense.
Think put the other things in a box, I guess, if you want to.
I can't. There is one box and it is full.
Well, can you swap out an item with an item in the box?
Nope. There we go, we've finally found something that Toby Fox couldn't design competently. I win.
I don't know. I mean, you have enough money to, like, go back and get another one, right?
Yep, so I'm gonna have to waste a legendary hero. Because that's the only thing that's...
Wait, that's Siren Legend!
That didn't even sound like English, so I'm gonna waste it.
Hey, I'm gonna waste a legendary hero, you say, as you destroy Undyne. Wasted.
True. Right, now I could actually finally go and get the thing. Now, one more time. Which one am I getting, which one am I ignoring?
I would keep your frying pan equipped, but you can use the armor if you want. Because, like, the frying pan gives you the +4 healing benefit, and, the knife gives you, 99 attack, but you can get it if you want. I'm gonna tell you, spoiler alert, it doesn't matter.
Does that mean I can get rid of the hat then?
Yeah, you can, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna equip this thing, that's fine. I'm just recommending keeping the pan, because +4 to healing.
Okay. Well, I guess then I could get this other key and then between recordings go back and get the other sandwich. Because this has just been, let's bumble the episode.
Oh yeah, sorry I sound so down. I'm not. I don't know why I'm doing good. Hi.
Eventually, the king found me, crying in the garden. I explained what happened to him. Then he held me, Hex. He held me, with tears in his eyes, saying, There, everything is going to be alright. He was so emotional. But, for some reason, I didn't feel anything at all.
Huh. Well, we do know that Flowey's not capable of feeling, and yet at the same time he's capable of emotional responses.
No,
even though he's not, but he is, but he isn't.
No, he's not capable of compassion.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he can feel like most things. He just can't, like, care about things. He can be afraid and whatever, but he can't, like, care. He can't feel compassion. He can't care about, like, someone else's fate. He can't, whatever. Or he can't really care. He can pretend to care.
Now, if I go through this place that requires the keys, will I hit another save point before I hit something important?
Yeah, I mean, you'll go through, I think, all this exposition without a save point, but there's absolutely going to be a save point before anything big happens.
Well, so be it then. We shall go ahead and then after the exposition and end the episode.
Sounds good.
I soon realized that I didn't feel anything about anyone. My compassion had disappeared. And believe me, it's not like I wasn't trying. I wasted weeks with that stupid king, vainly hoping I would feel something. But it became too much for me. I ran away from home. Eventually, I reached the ruins. Inside, I found her Hex. I thought of all people, she could make me feel whole again. She failed.
I don't know what to feel about Flowey's backstory here.
I realized those two were useless. I became despondent. I just wanted to love someone. I just wanted to care about someone. Hex, you might not believe this, but I decided it wasn't worth living anymore. Not in a world without love. Not in a world without you. So, I decided to follow in your footsteps. I would erase myself from existence. And you know what? I succeeded. But as I left this mortal coil, I started to feel apprehensive. If you don't have a soul, what happens when you... Something primal started to burn inside me. No, I thought. I don't want to die. Then I woke up. Like it was all just a bad dream. I was back at the garden. Back at my save point. Interested, I decided to experiment. Again and again, I brought myself to the edge of death. At any point, I could have let this world continue on without me. But as long as I was determined to live, I could go back. Amazing, isn't it, Hex? I was amazed too.
Well, that's just nonsense. If you have determination and the will to live, surely that's compassion towards yourself. There is a loophole, Flowey, and you are failing.
Wait, what's... Oh, self-preservation is kind of a natural instinct of life, not necessarily compassion, or like selfishness.
At first, I used my powers for good. I became friends with everyone. I solved all their problems flawlessly. Their companionship was amusing. For a while. As time repeated, people proved themselves predictable. What would this person do if I gave them this? What would they do if I said this to them? Once you know the answer, that's it. That's all they are.
And I'm not trying to, like, defend this to the death.
I'm really sensing where this metaphor is going, by the way.
It all started because I was curious. Curious what would happen if I killed them. I don't like this, I told myself. I'm just doing this because I have to know what happens. What an excuse. You of all people must know how liberating it is to act this way. At least we're better than those sickos that stand around and watch it happen. Those pathetic people that want to see it, but are too weak to do it themselves. I bet someone like that's watching right now, aren't they?
What are you thinking?
Yeah, I feel like Flowey's just being a metaphor for the player doing a Merciless run, because some excuse that the original human is actually the player, and everything refers to itself.
Nowadays, even that's grown tiring. You understand, Hex. I've done everything this world has to offer. I've read every book, I've burned every book. I've won every game, I've lost every game. I've appeased everyone, I've killed everyone. Sets of numbers, lines of dialogue, I've seen it all. But you're different. I could never predict you, Hex. When I saw you in the ruins, I didn't recognize you. I thought I could frighten you, then steal your soul. I failed. And when I tried to load my save file, it didn't work. Your determination... somehow it's even greater than mine.
Could it be that my determination is greater because I have a soul? Whether it's my own or not is another matter entirely, because, I mean, this may be the body of Frisk, but I'm the one in control, and so therefore, metaphor, it's pretty transparent at this point. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's meant to, like, kind of parallel your experience. And also your potential reason for doing a genocide run, which would be that you just want to see what happens.
I have just one question for you, Hex. How did you get back to the ruins from here? Wait, I know. She must have taken you when she left, and decided to give you a proper burial, rather than hanging out in the basement forever. But why then? What made you wake up? Did you hear me calling you? It doesn't matter now. I'm so tired of this, Hex. I'm tired of all these people. I'm tired of all these places. I'm tired of being a flower. There's just one thing left I want to do. Let's finish what we started. Let's free everyone. Then, let's let them see what humanity is really like. That despite it all, this world is still kill or be killed.
Good grief, Flowey, I swear you're obsessed. Like, you managed to twist everything back around to murder.
Well, of course.
As if I'm completely innocent.
Then? Well, I had been entertaining a few ways to use that power. But seeing you here changed my mind. I think if you're around, just living in the surface world doesn't seem so bad.
I mean, you say that, but... You know what, I'm just gonna see how this plays out before I make any further comments.
We don't even need to leave to get them this time. The king has 6 of them locked away. I've tried hundreds of ways to get him to show me them, but he just won't. I know he'll do it for you. Why am I telling you all this? Hex, I've said it before. Even after all this time, you're still the only one that understands me. You won't give me any worthless pity. Creatures like us wouldn't hesitate to kill each other if we got in each other's way. So that's why. What's this feeling? Why am I shaking?
He's shaking.
Hey, no hard feelings about back then, right? Hey, what are you doing? Back off!
Oh, this has taken an interesting turn.
I've changed my mind about all this. This isn't a good idea anymore. You should go back, Hex. This place is fine the way it is. Stop making that creepy face. This isn't funny. You've got a sick sense of humor.
Flowey, if you really believed anything you were saying, then you wouldn't have gone all Photoshop mode at the end of my neutral run, so... How about you just don't... Okay, so I've reached the save point and the box.
Cool. Good job.
So I guess this episode is going to be 50% Bumble and then 50% silence interspersed with voice acting, because this was an experience. So I guess I've been and will continue to be Hex unless the save point does something unexpected. Okay, no it doesn't.
And I'm Joth Ending.
And we'll see you in the next one, which, judging by the circumstances, is probably going to be the finale, but maybe not. I don't know. We'll see.
Bye.